Hello! Welcome to the new video on my art time channel. Let's start the day with tea and then continue with etching. As always, I have little time left to print a lot. In a few days, our etching team will visit another art market and we have to finish some new plaques and print some more etchings to take with us. I'm working on a winter plot. The idea is that it should work on a contrast between snowy cold background and warm maternal foreground. And I just like bears. I'm pouring ferric chloride to etch the image and make it more expressive. Usually this process takes 25-30 minutes. Then, I remove the coating to carry out a test drive, meaning that I will make a very first print to see whether I need to edit some parts of the image. So, let's do it together. But you can see that the bears are very cute. I'm removing extra printing ink with paper and then turning the wheel. Okay, I really need another step to make, which is the aquatint technique. And I'm putting rosin powder to create the effect of so-called snow texture, and it also creates a peculiar effect of watercolor. I have here several plaques to cover at the same time. The process is so meditative and calming. The most interesting part is that you never know for sure what the result will be. And it teaches you to be patient and to be open-minded as well. Also, be ready to start everything once again. However, if you really enjoy the process and know that this is your mission, you'll be super patient. Recently, I've been reading Dalai Lama's thoughts on happiness. As many of his teachers before, he believes, if there is one day left to live, spend it on learning. I agree that learning can bring you so much joy. It's so easy to feel exhausted and depressed, and somehow it appears to be so difficult for many of us to feel happy with the same success. Lately, I had to set new priorities, and I had to quit the place that made me highly depressed as a result. But when we say no, we say yes to something else. Now we have here another technique, which is monotherapy. I'm working on cacti composition with oil. I want them to bloom and be happy, so here we have flowers. Let's see what it'd be like after printing. Also, I'm putting my congreve, which is a little flower. The most important thing is composition. I think I like it. I'm on my way to the art market and I'm super excited. Our big team left only me to vent. Okay, I think it's a nice experience. And thanks to my husband, I won't feel alone and sad. There are so many people highly interested in art and etching particularly. These events ensure me that art is super alive, and maybe it's even more vivid than ever before. People usually ask if you are the artist, and then, if yes, they get interested in your artworks and they ask about the ideas and stories behind the pieces you vend. This is what the space of the art market looks like. I like the dark walls. It's a brilliant decision to draw the visitor's attention to the artworks with no other disturbing objects. Also, there are people with children, and I reckon it's amazing that parents cultivate this artistic feeling and artistic load since childhood. And here are my cutie pies. And then we are going to the printing press, which is also presented on the exhibition and the art market. It's another thing that I appreciate about this art market, because visitors who don't know what etching is can actually have a clear illustration how it is made. The following day, we are tidying up our table to get ready to new guests. There was a story. A visitor came and started observing my etchings and took the one with clown babies and asked what's the idea of the image. I told that everything you need for happiness is just 5 children. She immediately bought this piece. And then there was another woman who asked the same question, and I told the same thing, and she was like, "Oh, I have a child, and 1 is enough." But we agreed that in theory, if you have a nanny, 5 is okay too. On the other day, there came 2 or 3 collectors, and it was interesting for me to see what actually they buy. According to my observations, one of the criteria of a good work is paper. Not the image, the paper. And it's like expensive one. We are outside now and we've found a squirrel. Oh, she's so tiny. I think it's a baby squirrel. Oh. I want to take her home. I think it's a girl. I'm not sure. It's the last market day and my professors have come now, so they are selling there, and we decided to go and eat somewhere. We've been here for 2 days and we were the only ones because none of others could be here and sell. So we are heroes and workaholics. This is a lino cut that I bought for myself and my friend. During these 2 days, I met so many people who are so much into art, and I just understood that this is what I love. Today, I'm in another studio where I study academic art, and today I'm studying a new still life, which is an exotic one. I prefer painting on a very good watercolor paper, and the result that I get usually is just amazing one, and the process turns out to bring a lot of pleasure. Here's a pencil sketch that I finished in 30 minutes approximately. It's not a very detailed one, but it's enough for me to start working with color. Every time you paint from life, you train your concentration, and it helps you in every sphere of life, like concentrating on conversations with people and analyzing them, concentrating with less disturbance on some other activities. It's pretty similar to doing sports, I think, but here you train your eyes. By the way, continuing about paper, this piece is a big Fabriano one, and once I started choosing good paper, my education accelerated a lot. The very first lesson that I had on painting when I was 16, oh so many years ago, is that any picture is an illusion, a deceit. When you try to create this illusion yourself, you somehow open the way to truth also. When you paint something dark, you never use black color, you mix purple and green and you get an illusion of black color. The similar concept works in a daily life. If you believe something to be a negative experience, for instance, you just get deceived because this negative experience is mixed with some more deeper factors. So this is what art teaches you. It teaches you life. Okay, enough for today. I feel tired and it's time to go home. I'll finish this painting the following time. On my way to the etching studio. It's an awful weather. today I like to print a lot because soon we'll have a print exchange, so we'll just exchange our etchings. That'll be fascinating. Today I'll show you two my favorite pictures, which are a city corner and two winter bears. Usually, first comes text and then illustration, and in my case, first come illustrations and only then I come up with some text. For example, once I made my city corner, I thought this is just a good print, but then I just decided that it's perfect for some poem, and then I wrote a poem, but I won't give it here because it's in Russian. And the same case is with these bears, because first were them and then I decided to write a poem. Here's my little collection of etchings of other artists, and I enjoy looking at it and get inspired because every picture gives you another perspective and you come up with new ideas. This is a present from my professor. Her granddaughter drew this hair and then asked her to print it. So now I have this gift. Okay, so the rabbit is in the folder, and usually we put our etchings and prints into such folders because it's an easy way to keep, and during print exchange we'll bring with us many folders because in this case we'll be sure that nobody will smear our paper with finger marks, and so it's very important to be polite to the works of others. I've also ordered another folder just for my etchings, and it's meant to be for drawings or sketches, so it has various size, so it's meant to be for little size and for the big one. So I want to fill it in. Say hi to this kitty, bye! I find it super way to keep your drawing, so if you're interested in it, I recommend it for sure. We are in the studio again, and today I like to finish this painting and to start something new. These are compositions that we have in the studio. I like the white one that was before. Oh, and here you see my finished painting. I like it. I think I do. I've realized how much paper I have that I don't use anymore, and I can't use it because there is some pencil or pen or some drawings that I don't like, and I realized also that I can make my own paper, but I hope that it'll be usable at least. Okay, this will take time. Here I'm cutting paper that I don't need, napkins, sketches, watercolors, everything. Then I grind paper with water with blender, and I'll get a paper mass. And I've made a special frame that they usually use to make the future size of a piece of paper. Okay, this time I've managed to make only one sheet of paper, but it's a nice start, I should say. In the morning I went to a hardware shop. The frame that I made yesterday wasn't really durable and strong, so this morning we've bought another one. Actually, it's a special net for mosquitoes and also a better glue. I'm making a new frame using the mosquito net and glue, and it's super important to make a good one. Okay, the process is to put the frame into water with paper mass, and then we are putting a tissue and using a sponge to get rid of extra water. Then comes the cat. It's the part where I show how to withdraw the tissue. Now I leave this paper to dry. I'll show you once again how I withdraw the frame and tissue. Okay, this is dried paper. It is recycled and it's just wonderful. This one is thin. The other is a little bit thicker. And I have different colors also. Blue and white in general, and here I have a little bit of yarn. I think this piece of paper has some carnival mood. Looks just wonderful. I love it. I love it. I'll try this paper today in the etching studio. Choosing the flake I like to print today on this paper, covering this flake with paper, turning the wheel, and wow, it's even better than I thought it would be. To have constant incentive, you have to take breaks sometimes, so it's time to drink tea. Now goes the funny paper with yarn. I'm so happy that I've decided to make my own paper because I feel that I don't waste materials and I have the similar and maybe even better result. Look, I'm outside and it's snow everywhere. It's winter finally. Cat doesn't want me to work. She just came here and sat on the collection of my etchings that I was editing. Okay guys, thank you for watching and see you in the next video with the print exchange that will be in 2 weeks time. I still have to finish some new flakes and I hope that I will improve my videos every time I post them. So just be happy.